Authorities say they have caught the suspected shooter who opened fire on police sending 2 officers to the hospital yesterday afternoon. This comes after a manhunt that lasted more than 20 hours. 30-year-old Kendall Howard is the man police believe carried out this attack, an attack that left a neighborhood and a city paralyzed in fear. Jessica Formoso is live for us in Newark with more on this developing news. Jess, what are we learning?
Good afternoon, Chris. That's right. He was caught and we were here the moment police made that arrest. Now, I want to tell you how it happened, and how it all went down. Now, it was right before 11 o'clock. We were heading to the hospital 2 blocks away from here. We saw the SWAT team. They were all geared up in tactical gear. We followed them. They led us here to the apartment building where the officers were shot yesterday. And this is where it all began. They ran right inside this building. Some of the officers, the SWAT team, police officers in tactical gear with long guns drawn. Some of them up on the roof, others going from floor to floor. And that's when we were told by one police officer to back away, that this was a dangerous situation and that the shooter was still at large and he was armed. Minutes later, we saw them coming down with that suspect. So he was inside. Police had been looking for 30-year-old Kendall Howard of East Orange since yesterday afternoon. He was wanted in connection for the shooting of the 2 Newark police officers. He shot one of the officers in the shoulder and the other in the leg. He then retreated inside this building. Police spent 12 hours going from apartment to apartment, checking this entire complex. They gave it the all clear last night, saying that the suspect was not inside. But it seems like Howard returned at some point overnight. Howard has been charged with 2 counts of attempted murder and unlawful possession of a weapon. You are about to hear from a neighbor who tells me she is relieved he has been caught.
But I'd like to know that I can be able to come and go. Like even today, I got off the phone with my husband. I told him I want to go to the park, but I can't because this is round 2. It's starting all over again. And I don't want to be out and some stray, somebody get knocked down, hit, whatever, just all kinds of madness. So I'm glad it's over.
You heard that neighbor there, and many neighbors that we spoke to off camera telling us the same thing, that they were on edge and they are just relieved that he has been caught. Now, as for the 2 officers, they spent the night at the hospital. They remain in the hospital at this hour. One of them underwent surgery last night and he is okay. Now, we are expecting to hear from officials about this arrest later on today. They told us at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon we will have a press conference to update us how this all went down. But again, the suspect, he was inside this building, the same building where the officers were shot yesterday. Neighbors shocked that he came back to this building. Of course, we'll have the very latest in our 5, 6, and 10 o'clock newscast.